Hi everyone, I'm Skye. I'm the cook at King Kids in Berwick. This is our first episode of Cooking with Skye. I'm going to try and do a video every week, something that we can cook along together. It might be a biscuit, something we have for afternoon tea. It might be something we can have as a meal. It could be anything, and I'm more than happy for you guys to put forward your suggestions of things you might like to see me make that you can cook along with at home. The kids can help out. Mum and dad, nana, auntie, uncle, whoever it is that lives with you, they can help you make it, and we'll have some yummy delicious things that we can make together. Today for our first one, we're going to do one of my family favourites, and something we really enjoy down at King Kids in Berwick is sausage rolls. So we're going to make some sausage rolls. Now the things you'll need to make your sausage rolls are you'll need some sausage meat. So you can get this from any butcher, the supermarket, anywhere. Sausage meat, some puff pastry. You will need a zucchini and a carrot. You will need some mushrooms. I'm going to say 4 or 5 mushrooms. Good sized button mushrooms will be enough for this one. You will need a bowl to mix it all up in. We're going to use some onion powder. Onion powder makes it taste really yummy. You can use fresh onions. My kids, they don't like it, tend to pick it out, but onion powder does help it taste delicious. You will also need a grater to grate all those yummy, delicious vegetables. And you'll need a baking tray to put all your sausage rolls on, ready to go into the oven when we finish making them. First thing though, before we do any cooking, as always, we need to go wash our hands with warm water and soap. We're going to wash our hands, and if you can get the adult that's helping you to put the oven on for about 180 degrees, if it's fan force, 200 if it's not, get the adult that's with you helping to put the oven on while we wash our hands, and then we can get started. Can't wait. I'll see you once we've washed our hands. And now that we've washed our hands, we can get started. You will need an adult to help you with grating. Graters do have some sharp pieces that we really need to be careful of. So we will need an adult's help, and we're going to be careful not to cut our fingers while we do it. We don't need to cut the peel off our carrots. We don't need to peel them because peel of most of our vegetables have a lot of nutrients in the peel. So first things first, we're going to get there, we're going to grate our vegetables, get that done, and then we can move on to mixing it in with the sausage meat with our onion powder. I'm going to grate the carrots. If you're using a whole kilo of sausages, one good size carrot would be enough to go in with that, and a medium zucchini will be enough. So we're going to grate our carrot down, being careful not to cut our fingers on our chopping board. Look at all that yummy carrot we've got grated. Okay, now I'm going to put all of that carrot into our bowl, ready for our zucchini to be grated. Again, make sure you've got an adult who can help you to cut the end off the zucchini before we start grating. Just make sure your vegetables are washed, and those peels are very good to go into our sausage rolls. Gives us lots of nutrients. Make sure we wash our mushrooms as well. I've already washed all of my vegetables. They're all nice and clean. And some zucchini. Yum. We use zucchini a lot at King Kids in Berwick. It is a yummy vegetable. Gives us lots and lots of things that can make our bodies grow big and strong. Alright, there's our zucchinis. Into the bowl with the carrots. Now we have our zucchinis and carrots in there. I also like to grate the mushrooms. It is an easier way to do it. You can just cut them, but I like to grate them up. Make it nice and small with everything else. 1. I've got 5 mushrooms today. 2. Again, being careful not to hurt our fingers. 3. 4. And our last mushroom number 5. Oh, make sure we get it all. And into the bowl with our carrots and our zucchini. Now I'm going to put my chopping board away, put that in the sink to be washed, and next thing we're going to do is add our sausage mince. I'm only going to use half of this today, but you can absolutely use all of it. Again, an adult might need to cut open the packaging, or yours might be in a bag that you can just open. And we're going to squeeze all that yummy sausage mince into the bowl with our vegetables and mushrooms. Actually, maybe I will use all of it. Let's put it all in. Okay. Oh, all good and rubbish into the bin. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to put in our onion powder. Now this is a new one, so I just need to open it up. Oh, having a bit of trouble today. So we're going to need about a tablespoon. So I've got my measuring spoons here, and this one is my tablespoon measure. So about a tablespoon of onion powder into the bowl. And now we've got everything in our bowl ready to mix. So we've got carrots all in the bottom, and we've got zucchini, mushrooms, sausage mince, and our onion powder. Now is the fun part where we get to mix it all in. This is where we get messy. If you are planning on getting too messy, you may want to put on an apron or some old clothes. It doesn't matter if you get a bit of food on. So we are going to mix all of this in with our hands. Messy, messy. Mixing it all in, so all of the sausage mince and the carrots and the zucchini and onion powder all mixing together. Mixing until it's all nicely combined. Our hands are very messy. We're going to try and scrape off a lot of that, as much as we can, into the bowl, because we want to eat it. We don't want to wash it down the sink. So scraping it all off, you might need some help from the grown-up who's with you to get it all off your fingers. And now I've got that all mixed in together. I'm just going to go wash my hands, and then we'll come back and we'll separate our pastry and we'll start making our sausage rolls. Now that we've got our hands all nice and clean again and they've been dried, we're going to separate our puff pastry from each other so as we're ready to roll our sausage rolls. Now this can be quite tricky to pull them apart when they are frozen. Mine has been sitting on the bench for a little bit in the packaging, so they will come apart quite a lot easier. And so I thought. So we're just going to take all of our layers of pastry, just pop them on the bench, and we're going to wait for them to soften up for us to be able to work with them. You're going to need an adult who can help you to separate your sheets of pastry and also to cut them. Now we're going to cut them in half, straight down the middle, so as we can make some nice child-friendly sized party sausage rolls. So I've got 4 sheets here. This mixture will make enough for all 6 sheets in a 6-pack of puff pastry. So I'm just going to move my camera so as you guys can see as we roll them up and we can put these together. Got our puff pastry ready. It's all nice and flexible and ready for us to work with. So you're going to need an adult's help to cut these. We're going to cut them straight across the middle so we end up with 2 pieces from our 1 piece of puff pastry. We're going to get some of our yummy sausage roll mix, and we're going to go a good handful, and we're going to spread it across all the way just at the bottom on one area. And we're going to spread it all the way across on our sausage rolls, adding more if we need to. We don't want too much because we do need to roll them up, and we'll do it on this other one here as well. All the way across, making sure we don't have too much, but we do want to make sure we've got enough. Alright, I'm just going to pop this out the way so we can see what I'm doing. Now I've got messy hands again, but it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this piece and we're going to roll it over, rolling all the way, tucking it in until we get a nice long sausage. We're going to do it with this one as well. Rolling it over, tucking it in, rolling, 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 and we have another nice long sausage. Now we're going to keep doing this until we run out of sausage mince. So you keep doing that, I'll do mine, and I'll meet you back here and we'll cut them together. Hi guys, welcome back. And so now I have 4 long sausages. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into nice little party sized pieces, ready to go onto our baking tray. Now you may want to put some baking paper on your baking tray. I like to just put some oil spray or a bit of oil onto the baking tray. So cutting them all up into our fun sized pieces, ready to dip into some yummy tomato sauce. Okay, so I've put all of my sausage rolls onto a tray. I do have more, but they won't all fit on my tray, so I'm going to have to do them later, and you'll probably have the same thing at home as well. So we're going to pop them into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven. We're going to wait for them to go nice and golden brown and flaky, and then we're going to pull them out. So I will see you in about 25 minutes. As I've taken my sausage rolls out of the oven, they're all nice, golden brown, ready to be eaten. My kids have not long gotten home from school. They love these. They make a great afternoon snack. The kids love them, and they're nice and delicious. Fill you up a little bit so as you can eat your dinner.
Yoink!